Okay, so guys, this is a few things about the dishwashing situation. We should really try to use the commercial dishwasher a lot more because it is a lot faster and it actually saves water rather than using the 3 compartment sink. Using the commercial dishwasher, you still need to spray everything off right here and get it as clean as possible before you put it through the machine. So these items were left and they were left as clean, but when I turn this pan over, you can see it is not clean. So sometimes if you don't get them pretty clean before you put them through the dishwasher, then you will need to put them through again. Again, this one was set aside as if it were clean, and it's definitely not clean. So this would need some more scrubbing. So you can do that by using one of these scrubbies, or you can use one of these. These are very effective. Or this one. Or I have these. So you would need to spray this, and even as I spray it, you can see there is some of the black burnt on stuff is coming off. So just because you put the things through the dishwasher one time does not mean that they will definitely be clean. So you must check them when they are done washing. So, and when you put things in here, you pretty much want to put them face down, or at least so the spray is getting them. And this I had to put through the dishwasher again because it wasn't clean, and it still has some residue in it. So this would need to be scrubbed. So this is what you should check before you think you're done. And one other thing I want to say about when we are washing dishes, if you have the convenience of being able to let your dishes air dry, you always should check with me if they need to be dried before the end of the period, or if you are able to air dry them, which we know that's the industry standard to let things air dry. But as you guys know in this class, sometimes I need them dried so that the next period will have them available. But one thing I have noticed is that if you have washed, say, a pie pan or a muffin tin or a liquid measuring cup or a bowl, when you put them up to dry, you need to put them face down so that they can drip dry. If you leave them up, they won't dry. And I find that often when I will go to check, and if this wasn't put upside down, it will still have water in it. But because this was hanging from the hook, it has been able to dry thoroughly. And you guys are doing a great job. It's just little things that we can improve on. And from now on, before the end of the lab, you should always have enough time to clean the sinks. So there's usually 3 groups cooking at a time, sometimes 4. So each of you will be responsible for cleaning one of the sinks. They always have to be left clean and dry. This is industry standard. The next thing that we will be working on is remembering to use our green buckets. So every time we cook, each group should grab a green bucket and put a little bit of soap in it and get a washcloth. That is for cleaning off the surfaces, removing the debris. The spray is for sanitizing. Okay? And then eventually we are going to move on to learning how to clean all of these burners. So this one I cleaned before break. I took off each burner, I scrubbed it, put it through the dishwasher, and then I lined this with foil. This is, again, industry standard. If you let the burners get covered with gunk and grease, that is setting you up for a fire. And this one has not been done yet, as you can see. And this also attracts pests So ants, cockroaches, things like that. And I think I did this one. No, I did not. So there, we have a bunch of rice in there. And I know I did another one. Okay, so I did this one. So you guys, and I've only cooked one egg in this classroom. That's it. One egg, nothing else. So what's cool is that you guys have been doing the cooking, which is awesome. This one desperately needs to be cleaned as well. And this tray needs to be cleaned as well. Again, the whole idea is industry standard and keeping things clean and sanitized. Nobody wants to go eat at a restaurant that has dirty dishes and dirty kitchen and dirty sinks. Okay, thanks guys. So just to show you, there's a bunch of black burnt stuff there, and that came off of this wire rack that was supposedly clean. So we just got to look at stuff and make sure we leave enough time to do this, because you don't want Mrs. Frank having to do it, because then I will get really grumpy and I won't want to go to the grocery store and go shopping. That would be really sad. So I got more of the black burnt on stuff using the metal scrubby pad right there. These are very effective. Okay, but these are not industry standard, I found out, because what I was told by the owner of Rubicon, Fireside, and Base Camp Pizza Company, that they don't use these anymore because they end up sometimes in the food, which is not good, because they get stuck to a pan and a chef just grabs the pan to cook and doesn't realize that there's one of these, and then it ends up in the person's food. That would not be good. But we can use them in here, but we do need to make sure that we don't end up having them stick to the pans.